Welcome to Crochet and Chaos. My name is Georgia, and today we're dealing with some of the chaos. I bought some number 2 chenille yarn off of Amazon. I didn't even know that you could get size 2 chenille yarn. It's this imported stuff. It's called Snowball, and it's really soft. I've worked with it a little bit already. It doesn't shed. It's amazing. I need to order more of this. But as I was doing a center pull, stuff happened. As you can see, I've got the yarn winder here. I had a mess to untangle. And part of the reason for that mess is both ends were in the center of the yarn. This does not make me happy, and it does not do anything for the migraine that I have at the moment. So it's going through the yarn winder because that's how we deal with these things. I'll deal with this. Crap. And this is the worst part. It's all wound around each other. Wait. I'm just doing this still. Okay. This might solve part of the problem. But I'll this way. Oh no. Oh no. I think I just made it worse. For those that didn't know, detangling yarn is my second favorite hobby, next to crochet. What happened here? Is what I was trying to get a grip on. Oh crap. Let's start with that little knot. Okay, what's going on here? While I'm working on this, we are going to, and by we, I mean me and my yarn knots, are going to be answering would you rather questions that yeah, I can't think while I'm doing this. Apparently I can't multitask. I can't talk and detangle yarn at the same time. Good job. But we're going to be answering would you rather questions. Brandy over at Moon Bay Crochet did these sometime last week, I think it was. I wrote the questions down to do my own video, and that's what we're going to do. hopefully it makes dealing, that one's pointier, with, it's not thinner though, hopefully it makes dealing with this mess a little more bearable. About this one, maybe. Question number 1. Would you rather have your favorite hook break or your yarn stash disappear? At the moment, I wouldn't be upset if this yarn disappeared and a replacement suddenly showed up that wasn't in this kind of mess. Actually, let's get this round a little further. It doesn't get tangled up in what I've got going here. I've had crochet hooks break on me, and I can deal with that. In fact, the hook that broke on me was my 4.5 furls acrylic hook. I was able to replace it. Luckily, the line that it came from wasn't sold out yet. But I would much rather have my favorite hook break than my yarn stash vanish, because if your yarn is more than a couple months old, there's no replacing it, because yarn lines come and go. Joann's has gone out of business. Just replacing yarn is a whole thing that just necessarily isn't going to happen. I mean, yeah, you could get different yarn, but if you bought something with a purpose in mind, you're going to be SOL. It's not going to be the project that you wanted. Wait, what? Okay, for a minute there, I thought I found a third end, which was not the one I made when I cut this. And I was getting slightly worried about that. Question number 2. Would you rather crochet in peace all day or go on your dream vacation but be banned from crocheting? I would take either, honestly. But going on my dream vacation, I would be able to buy yarn that's not found here in the United States. There are 2 places that I have wanted to visit since I was a child, and that's Germany and Australia. And yeah, I could find yarn there in both places that we don't have here, and that would be really cool. See, it says not being able to crochet during the vacation. It doesn't say anything about not buying yarn. Then I could bring yarn home and then crochet. Win-win. Question 3. Would you rather spend the day crocheting a large, intricate project or simpler, smaller projects? It depends on the day. I'm going to be honest. I am a mood crocheter, which explains why I have what feels... Did I get it? No. What feels like 50,000 crochet projects going at once. And like if I sat down and actually worked on one project until it was done, I could probably get them done in like a day or 2. but that's not how my brain works. Like, I want to make everything at once. And I want it to, like, be finished, and I'm gonna just have to cut these two loops off. I cannot untangle this. Actually, I should, because that's such a big thing, I should just probably cut that and retie it. What is that noise? I mean, there are days that I could probably sit down and work on a large, intricate project, no problem. But then there are other days that I have to work on several things. So it depends on the day. I envy people that can just sit down and do a large project and work on nothing else. And I also envy those people that can make a bunch of small things in one day and get them all done, because I just have so many things going at once and I want to get them all done, but my brain doesn't seem to want to focus on working on just one project. But what's really weird is I can sit down and read an entire novel in a few hours. So I don't get it. I don't understand my brain. My brain is my brain. It has a mind of its own. No pun intended. Actually, that was a really bad pun that I didn't think through. Question 4. Would you rather crochet with soft yarn that pills or scratchier yarn that holds its shape well? I'm going with the soft yarn that pills because I have allodonia, I think that's how it's pronounced, and it's skin pain caused by nerve issues, and certain yarns and certain textures just make my skin hurt. I mean, physically hurt. It's painful, and I have to even be careful with what I wear, because if I'm going to be wearing something like all day, it has to be super soft or my skin is going to suffer and I am going to suffer, and it's not going to be good. Not for me, not for anybody around me. Would you rather crochet for a baby or an adult? That depends. Am I the adult involved? I don't know. The people that I would crochet for would totally appreciate it. But at the same time, there are some pretty cool baby things out there that I want to make. And not knowing many people that are having babies. Alright, what did I just do? Oh, it's fine. That have no, so I have no excuse to make these patterns, but I really want to make them. So I think right now, maybe baby. I kind of got lucky, and my friend's brother's girlfriend is pregnant, and I get to make something for her baby that I've been wanting to make, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be a little on the weird side, and this makes me happy. Question 6. Would you rather crochet a decoration or something functional? Again, it depends on the day. I am working on crocheting stuff for my wardrobe, which is functional, but at the same time, like, I also make amigurumi. This is Jeff the Landshark from Marvel. I love Jeff. Jeff is a good boy. So, this is decorative. These just over here towards my yarn stash, and I need to make another one of those for the owner of the comic shop that I go to. So, again, it depends on the day. I don't have a preference of one or the other. Would you rather crochet in bright bold colors or neutrals? The only neutral that I use on the regular is black. I don't know, if you look at my color schemes, you can see this bright orange that's going on. I am making a granny square skirt overall thing out of this and black. I'm working on a top-down raglan out of this. So I guess the answer, oh, and then there is this other hipster cotton that I am using for another shirt. So I guess I would say bright colors, or at least not neutrals solely, or maybe more specifically black solely. Let's get this one out of here. And finally, the last question on this list: would you rather crochet for fun or a purpose, like a gift? Now, here's my thought train. If you're crocheting a gift for somebody, you obviously enjoy crocheting. Did that not? No, I thought that might have nodded on its way through. I don't see these two things as mutually exclusive. Crocheting, I mean, obviously, if you're crocheting, you do it because you like it, not because of some other purpose. I mean, I can't imagine, like, doing something that takes this kind of time and not enjoy it. That did not at the very end. Like, at the very tip. That's fine. I can deal with that. Will you stop being difficult and just wind around here? But I don't see these two things as mutually exclusive. So if I'm crocheting for like a gift, I'm obviously having some amount of fun with it, or else I wouldn't be doing it. Now I'm wondering if I should wind the rest of this. I'm going to run into the same problems. I don't want to spend my day winding yarn and untangling it. I guess we'll see. I guess I'll make that decision as I go along. This electric yarn winder was the best investment I have ever made. I love my electric yarn winder. But, so I think really, if one's crocheting, if crochet is one's hobby and one is crocheting to make a gift, they're obviously doing it because they're having fun, or else they wouldn't be crocheting in general. So that's my answer. I can do both at once. And that's all of the questions. And now I'm back to working on my project that I started on. My next video is probably going to be an unboxing video. I have an order coming from Hobby. It was supposed to be here yesterday, but it got held up in customs, as things often do. because customs, it's just how things are. And I have a premiere order coming that is nothing but minikins in lots of colors. But I ended up having to make a hobby order because I am working on a dress and I ran out of yarn for it. Well, I haven't ran out yet, but I am going to run out. One skein wasn't enough. And the minikins I am using for labubu clothes. Now, seeing as how I just ordered something like 20 minikins, that sounds like an excessive amount of labubu clothes. But I'm also going to be using it as bookmarks because it's a thinner material. And I'm hoping, and I know that this is an insane goal, but I want to crochet a bookmark for each of the students I'm going to be working with this semester while student teaching. I think that would be something cool to do. And I also want to make something for the teacher that I'm going to be working with because they have to put up with me. Actually, I'm going to be in a dual taught classroom part of the time, so I need to make 2 teacher things. I need to think on that. I'm thinking about bookworms because this is an English class. This is 11th grade English. Speaking of labubus, if you follow me on Instagram, and you really should be following me on Instagram, you've already seen this, but I got my second labubu. This is the first one I got. I did an unboxing for her because it was like my first labubu. I had purchased 2 previously, one for me and one for a friend, and they turned out to be fakes. And all I wanted was a real labubu because the fakes are kind of cursed. And I mean, if you're going to spend that kind of money on something, it better be real. But people are selling the labubu blind boxes for almost the same amount as they're selling regular labubu blind boxes. So it's all really a huge scam. And I did file a complaint with eBay, and I'm waiting for all that to be resolved. So, but I named her Pixie, and I made the little dress for, which I've also shown on Instagram. I think I showed it on a previous video. But this was not the one that I absolutely wanted. But I mean, she's still cute. Pink is fine. Tie-dye pink is fine. But, so I went on eBay again, and I ordered another labubu, and this time I bought one that was already from an open box. The seller was getting labubus for their children, and this was one that they already had, or one that they didn't want the color or something, but they were selling the extra labubus that they had. In the way I see it, rather than keep tossing money at blind boxes, since it's really hard to get them at retail. I mean, even at retail, if you don't get the one you want, that's still close to like what, $25. Like, you could spend a couple $100 easily trying to get the labubu you want. Instead of doing that, I just outright ordered the one that I want, and that is the green one, and I named her Gremlin. I mean, this is why I didn't do the unboxing. I knew what it was. But I made this little hooded dress for her. And the more I look at it, the more it looks like wizard robes. And my friend told me that I need to get her a little wand, or make her a little wand to go with it, which would probably be really cute. So this is Gremlin. And like I said, I already put this up on Instagram. It took me 3 tries to get this pattern right. Like, I freehanded it. I used another pattern for a hoodie a little labubu hoodie as inspiration, because I didn't know where I would need to put the ear hole, which is why I needed that. And this is made out of the loops and threads skinny chenille. Here, so this is the stripes. They've had this on clearance for $5, but I bought this like long before it went on clearance because I love the shade of green. I was going to make a pink one for the other labubu, and I don't know if I'm going to do that because this was a pain. But you know, now that I've done one and I've got it figured out, the second one will probably go easier. But I spent all day yesterday working on this. So I will see you next time, probably for that yarn unboxing. And until then, have fun and keep stitching.